Carnival Firenze main dining rooms. Everything you need to know. Hey everyone, let's talk about my absolute favorite parts of cruising, the main dining room experience. If you're new to cruising, here's what to expect. We're talking about a sit-down restaurant experience with a beautiful, arranged 3-course meal and great service. It's all included with your cruise fare. When we took our first cruise 3 years ago, I could not believe this was included. It's like having a nice dinner at a good steakhouse on land every single night at no extra cost. Before we dive into the details, I have to give a massive shout out to our incredible waiters on our last cruise on the Carnival Firenze. Amoy, Edsel, and the team captain, Richard. These people weren't just fantastic at their jobs. You could generally feel that they loved what they were doing and cared about making your experience special. They shared stories about themselves, were incredibly interesting and smart, and honestly made us feel so lucky to be served by them. Now, is the main dining room some elevated fine dining experience beyond what you find at a good restaurant on land? No, not really. But, and this is important, it's generally more fun and you connect with the waiters on a different level. Part of that is probably because you're seeing each other several nights in a row, building a relationship, but that's the magic of the main dining room experience right there. Let me be real. This video is about helping you maximize your main dining room experience. Think of it as going to a solid quality restaurant every night. The food is nicely arranged and presented at a level of a good steakhouse on land, which to me is fantastic and normally more than I want to spend on a dinner. Full disclosure though, I'm not a foodie. If you're a serious foodie looking for an elevated culinary experience beyond what you find in a nice restaurant, you might want to explore the specialty dining options like Fahrenheit 555, Il Vaggio, the bonsai, there's 2 different ones of those, and Chef's Table, which is the top of the line. This is like a dedicated room for like specialty dining, and all of that is an extra charge. But for us, the main dining room is where it's at. The Firenze has 2 main dining rooms, which is normal on any other Carnival ship. And on the Firenze, they call Medici and Michelangelo. And here's what you need to know. Oh, a quick navigation tip. You can't walk directly between them. You have to go to deck 4 so you can cross over. So if you accidentally head to the wrong one, don't panic. Just head up deck and then walk across to the other one. The galley is between them where they prepare the food, which actually works great because they can send the food up from the kitchen and then distribute from there from one place. So on our last trip, we were in the main dining room called Medici. That's in the middle of the ship. This is where you find early or late dining, like fixed times. And here's what makes Medici special. You get the same table and same waiters automatically because of this that is a fixed time throughout your entire cruise. This really elevates your experience because the waiters get to know you. The other thing that is interesting about Medici is that you have access from 2 sides. Besides having access from about the middle of the ship, you have access by what's called Piazza del Duomo. That's the atrium on all the other ships. It's just that this is like this is an Italian themed kind of atrium. It's really pretty. And here, because you have access to the restaurant, some of the shows at the atrium will start like perhaps maybe right after your dinner or right before. So it's like really nice that you can kind of use that without having to walk much. You just walk straight into it. So that's really nice. So and you can grab a drink before in the Piazza del Duomo and then head straight into dinner. Here comes Michelangelo, which is at aft in the ship, like in the back of the ship. So that's your time dining. We also had that experience, and that's also great. It has just its own parameters that you might like better. And so you book through the app and then once your table's ready, you'll be notified, and it works very, very nicely. I think it works incredibly, actually. A great part about being in Michelangelo is that you have ocean views. So you're all the way at aft, like at the back of the ship. So you have, if you can get to the back and get a table there, absolutely gorgeous. Being your time, you have flexibility to do maybe some of the shows and stuff like that that's at shifting times. Well, this accommodates that by you can just set whatever time you want dining. So again, we sailed with both setups, and for us, Medici with the late dining and access to Piazza del Duomo is our favorite, but I can certainly see why you would want Michelangelo. Here is the thing though that was kind of funny about Medici, is that we got seated as a couple, 2 people, at an 8-person round table. So with 6 strangers every night. The same 6 though, I mean, and we got the conversation going, but the attendance was really in and out throughout the cruise. I think because of the stranger situation. The main dining room isn't just dinner. Here is pretty much everything available. So on embarkation day, you have lunch. But it's just Michelangelo. So with the open seating, and it's a buffet. If you don't like crowds all that much, when you get on board, you should go there. It's not that many people that know or want to go there, because you have the sail away party on the Lido deck, and so, going to get the buffet or getting Guy's Burger or Tomodoro is more popular. It's just more popular. So here you can go and get yourself a nice sit-down meal and have some peace and quiet. There's also breakfast here on port days and disembarkation day. Disembarkation day is when you get off the ship, and port days, is when you go on land. Like for our trip, it was Catalina and Ensenada. So those days where people go into these to get off the ship to see these places, there is breakfast typically from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And again, here it's just Michelangelo, and it's by booking through the app. So what they offer is a nice big variety, tiny bit better than the buffet for many. For the breakfast, they have a nice big variety. There are various juices, you typically don't have on the other meals, where you just have water, coffee, lemonade, and tea. You'll have fresh fruit, you'll have granola, pancakes, French toast, waffles, oatmeal, cereal, eggs of any style, omelette, eggs benedict, egg sandwiches, frittata, smoked salmon, avocado toast, and breakfast bowls. So really a big selection. Portions are small, so don't be shy. Order multiple items. I ordered 3 things. It still wasn't quite enough for me. I think that 5 for me would be a better number. So have that in mind. Another thing that happens on select sea days, not all sailings have this, but this is an adorable thing that comes up in the app, and it's called tea time. So what they have there, and it's typically around 2-3 p.m. on those sea days, and you have small sandwiches, scones, macarons, cakes, petit fours, which is like little chocolate pieces, like a little bit bigger than normal, and strawberries. Of course, selection of tea, typically Lipton tea, and then there's some bitter tea that has like an extra charge. So here's the thing for you coffee drinkers. That is available. It's not in the menu, so you will have to ask. And when you ask, if you want cream or milk or anything like that, tell them, because they'll just bring you black coffee. So here is a big one that comes up, which is also on sea days, but you'll always have this one. I haven't been on a ship yet that didn't have the sea day brunch. It's very popular, and it has an enormous menu. So I understand that we've never been able to make it there, but I've seen countless videos from this experience, and also just went through the menu and talked to a lot of people that's like crazy about going to this. So it's good. What do they have? Huevos rancheros, eggs benedict, also, so it has like some of the breakfast stuff. It will have omelets, eggs any style, and then it has like also like some more solid meals like steak and eggs, fried chicken. It will have a Caesar salad where you can add grilled chicken or salmon. Okay, and then there's some burgers also, with some hash brown, potatoes, and pickled fried eggs, sharp cheddar to it, brunch burger with some Swiss cheese, mushrooms, sort of thing. And desserts, of course. I mean, what is a breakfast without some sugar? Well, okay, so it's banana cream pie. It has some 7-layer chocolate cake, assorted cookie, ice cream selection. Something I really look forward to in the main dining room is elegant night. There's no strict dress code. You could show up in white tie if you wanted, like your craziest, nicest outfit, or casual clothes. There is though a limit, like with sleeveless and cut-off jeans and that sort of thing. I haven't seen people be turned away, but that is listed as the dress code. I mean, it's not much of one, I think, though, for something called Elegant Night. My take, you can probably already hear it, is that wearing something nice is a win-win. It shows mutual respect to the waiters who are dressed up in their uniforms. You know, they're all like ready to go, and the hair nice and all of that. So you feel that you're like, you know, you're showing the respect to them, and also that you care about this experience. And also, I feel like it's more of a special night when you do that. What do I wear? I go with a simple 2-piece suit and a tie. Though on the last trip, I did skip that tie, and I think I might bring it back. If you're worried about being overdressed or underdressed, that's honestly the sweet spot, I will say. That is the 2-piece tie or no tie. If you got that nice 3-piece suit or even black tie and you miss wearing it, go for it. People will be complimenting you, and the waiters pleased about your effort. You're bound to get some compliments. You can ask for 2 appetizers, 2 entrees if you want to. Obviously 3 course is standard, but we see people all the time doing this. So every single night you can order grilled chicken breast or broiled sirloin steak. And so these are typically the most filling dishes on any given day. As far as drinks, you can order pretty much any drink at the table. Water is included, but anything else is extra unless you have, you know, of course, the beverage package, like the cheers package or the bubbles or the new syrup proof package. Here's another thing. During your dinner, you're gonna experience something they call Showtime. The waiters dance to pop music with some sexy moves typically. Everyone is cheering them on. So it's entertaining and truly captures like carnival spirit. So picking between the 2 restaurants, I think, is like the most important thing to take away from this video, because you go into your to your app, your planner, and you choose between those 2 ahead of time. And here's the deal. You'll always have Michelangelo, but if Medici fills up, that's it, you know. I mean, then you're defaulted to Michelangelo. So if you want Medici, you really should be getting on, log in and then make that choice. It's just like where you choose, you know, what kind of bedding, like bed situation you want and all that. You pick your dining option there. So there you have it, everything you need to know about the main dining rooms on the Carnival Firenze. Have you dined with Medici or Michelangelo? What was your favorite dish? Drop it in the comments. And if you're planning your first Firenze trip, which dining room are you leaning towards? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Carnival Firenze tips and cruise content. Until next time, happy cruising and bon appetit.